Hello, welcome to my channel. So at this end of the year, the end of summer, we have an abundance of fruit and vegetables to paint, and they're always interesting, lovely textures, lovely colours, interesting shapes, and I decided on pumpkins. I love the orange. Plums for their deep purpley colour. Apples, they're always an interesting shape with leaves, and berries. I first did my drawing on tracing paper and then transferred it to 140-pound watercolour paper, and I used watercolour and a micron pen, which is a colour-fast pen, to go over my pencil drawings. I usually do my drawing in pencil because I feel more confident about it. I can make any erasures. The first thing I did after transferring to 140-pound watercolour paper was paint the sky with a blue, which might be French ultramarine blue. My paints are so old I don't know. And I blotted out the sky with paper towel. To give my leaves a nice bright glow, I painted most of the leaf, not the entire leaf, but most of the leaf with a yellow paint. I don't know the names of my paints. They've been in my palette for so long, I've lost the original names. I always start at the top of the picture, at the furthest point in the painting, and work my way down to the bottom of the picture, or the base. And I like to work with the sky first. I find it easiest to get that in, and sometimes if I'm working in acrylics or water mixable oils, I will paint the sky first and allow it to dry somewhat before I paint on top of it. I continued working my way down the page, painting leaves next. And I want to say here about the leaves, I find the greens rather bright, so I always mix either yellow ochre or raw sienna in with them to bring the colour down slightly. You can also use alizarin crimson. Any red or brown will bring the brightness of that viridian or whatever colour green it is that you're using that is on its own very bright. It will soften it and make it more realistic. A more realistic green in that it will make your leaves look more natural. I have added some shadow to the leaves, but usually at this point I'm working in a mid-tone and I add my shadow later. When you're working with watercolour, your paper is the brightest value and you leave that for your highlight, that plain white of the paper. And not many people add white to watercolour. I think it is in the palette, but very rarely used. Usually you use the white of your paper as your brightest highlight. I put in a sprig of berries. I'm very fond of berries. I remember them from my childhood. I remember we used to call it going blackberrying, and we'd do it in late summer, and my mother would make jam from the blackberries. And when you look at a sprig of berries, they don't all ripen at the same time. Some of them will be green, some will be red, and I've tried to convey this in my little sprig of berries. I've got a couple of red ones and a green one on there, and I think they look very natural that way. I finished by outlining everything with a number 10 micron pen, and I think it was too thick, but I couldn't find my number 5 or number 3. I've put them down somewhere, I've no idea where. So I used a number 10. It does look rather strong to me, but it's not too bad. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something from it. Leave any comments. I love to see comments. And if you can, please like, share and subscribe. That helps my channel grow. And thank you to everyone who's already done that. I very much appreciate your help that way. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.